Parents, let me ask you something. Have you ever said,
Right, that's it, I'm setting parental controls.
and your child reacts like you just cancelled Christmas, deleted Fortnite, and sold the Wi-Fi router? They go from sweet little angels to,
You don't trust me. This is so unfair. Everyone else is allowed. You're ruining my life.
and you're standing there thinking,
I just wanted them off Roblox before midnight.
here's the truth. Your child probably isn't angry because parental controls are bad. They're angry because to them, parental controls feel like freedom being taken away. And if you don't understand that part, setting parental controls can turn into a daily war. But when you do understand it, you can set limits without making your house feel like a courtroom. So today, I'm going to explain why kids get angry when you set parental controls, what actually happens in their brain, and how to introduce them in a way that protects your child without destroying trust. Welcome back to the Growing Gamer Guide, where I help parents set up parental controls on consoles, phones, and online devices without needing to be a tech expert. Because let's be honest, half the battle isn't finding the settings, it's surviving the reaction after you turn them on. So let's get into it. The first reason your kid is angry is simple. They don't hear.
I'm trying to protect you.
They hear.
I don't trust you.
That's a massive difference. When you set a screen time limit, block a game, restrict spending, or turn on app approvals, you might see it as basic parenting, but your child might see it as,
You think I'm irresponsible. You think I'm sneaky. You think I can't make good choices.
and the older they are, the stronger this feeling gets. A 6-year-old might be annoyed because they can't play. A 13-year-old might be offended because they feel like they're being treated like a baby. That's why the conversation matters. Don't start with,
I'm putting controls on because you're always on that thing.
start with,
I'm setting this up because games and apps are designed to keep you playing longer than you planned. This is not because you're bad. This is to help us avoid arguments and keep things balanced.
that one change matters, because now parental controls is not a punishment, it's a safety net. Now let's be fair to kids for a second. They're not always getting angry because they're spoiled. They're getting angry because they're being pulled away from something that was literally designed to keep them engaged. Games have daily rewards, apps have notifications, YouTube has autoplay, TikTok has endless scrolling, and online games have friends shouting out,
Don't leave! We need one more player!
so when you say,
Time's up.
your child's brain says,
But I'm nearly finished. But I'm about to unlock something. But my friends are still online. But the match hasn't ended yet.
and this is where parents and kids see two different things. The parent sees a child staring at a screen. The child sees a mission, a team, a reward, a streak, a group chat, or a social event. So when the parental controls kick in suddenly, it feels like someone pulled the plug in the middle of a football match. That doesn't mean you should remove the limits. It means the limits need warnings. Instead of,
Off now!
try,
You got 15 minutes left. Don't start a new match after this one.
then,
5-minute warning.
then.
Finish what you're doing. We're stopping after this one.
That makes boundaries predictable, and predictable boundaries create fewer explosions. This is a big one parents sometimes miss. For many kids, gaming is not just gaming. It's where they talk to friends, where they feel included, and where they hang out after school. So when you block the console, shut down the phone, or limit the app, your child may feel like you're not just taking away entertainment, you're taking away their social life. That's why you hear,
But my friends are online. Everyone else is allowed.
now, should your child's friends decide your house rules? No, absolutely not. But understanding the social pressure helps you respond better. Instead of saying,
I don't care what your friends are doing.
try,
I understand you want to play with your friends. That makes sense. But we still need a limit. Let's agree on what time you'll be online so you're not getting cut off randomly.
now you're not dismissing their world, you're helping them manage it, and that's a very different conversation. Here's where parents need to be careful. Parental controls are useful, but if they're introduced badly, they can feel like spying, especially with older kids. If your child finds out you've added tracking, monitoring, app restrictions, spending limits, and message alerts without any conversation, they may feel betrayed. And this is where the anger gets bigger. Because now it's not just,
I can't play.
it's.
You went behind my back.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't use controls. It means you should be honest about what you're using and why. You can say,
I'm not doing this to read every little thing you do. I'm doing this to help you manage time, age ratings, spending, and contact with strangers.
that line is powerful, because parental controls should be framed as guardrails, not surveillance. A guardrail keeps you from going off the road. It doesn't follow you around shouting,
Seen what you did there? I seen what you did there.
sometimes the screen is not just entertainment. Sometimes it's how your child relaxes. It's how they switch off after school. It's how they escape boredom. It's how they calm down. So when you suddenly remove it, it might not be taking away a game. It might be taking away their easiest coping tool. Now that doesn't mean they should have a limited screen time. But it does mean we need to help them replace it. Because if the only thing you say is,
Get off the screen.
the child hears,
Stop doing the thing that makes you feel better.
a better approach is,
When screen time ends, what are we doing next?
that could be food, a walk, Lego, drawing, reading, playing outside, helping with dinner, or even just chilling in another room. The point is this, don't just remove the screen, help them land somewhere else. So if your child gets angry when you set parental controls, don't instantly think,
Oh God, they're addicted.
sometimes that might be part of the conversation, yes, but most of the time the anger is coming from one of four things. Loss of control, loss of trust, loss of connection, loss of comfort. That's the real reason the reaction can be so big. The parental control is just the trigger, the feeling underneath is the real issue. So, how do we set parental controls without turning your home into a battleground? Here's a simple 5-step approach. Step 1. Have the conversation before turning everything on. Do not wait until everyone is angry. Do not do it during the argument. Don't do it while your child is mid-game. Pick a calm moment and say,
We're going to set some safety limits around games and devices. This is not because you're in trouble, this is because I want us to have clear rules instead of arguing all the time.
that instantly changes the tone. Step 2. Explain the reason. Kids handle rules better when they understand the reason. So say,
The limits are 4 things: time, age ratings, spending, and safety with strangers.
that's simple. That's fair. That's hard to argue with. You're not saying,
Because I said so.
you're saying,
Here's what we're protecting.
Step 3. Give them some choice. This is huge. You don't have to give your child full control, but give them some control. For example,
Would you rather have 45 minutes after school or save that time for the weekend?
or
Do you want a 15-minute warning or a 10-minute warning before your limit is up?
or
What game do you want to use your time on today?
the parent sets the boundaries, but the child gets a voice. That lowers resistance. Step 4. Make the limits predictable. Random limits create big arguments. If your child never knows when you're going to say stop, every session feels risky. But if they know the rules in advance, it becomes part of the routine. Say,
Gaming ends at 7:30 on a school night.
not.
Gaming ends when I finally get annoyed.
Because let's be honest, we've all done that. The problem is, by the time you're annoyed, your child is already defensive. Predictability beats emotion, every time. Step 5. Review the rules as they grow. This one is especially important for older kids. A 7-year-old and a 15-year-old should not have the exact same rules. As your child shows responsibility, the rules can change. You can say,
These settings are not forever. If you can show us you can handle more freedom, we will review them.
that gives your child something to work towards. Now the parental controls are not a prison, they're training wheels. Here's exactly what you can say.
We're setting up parental controls because games, apps, and online platforms are designed to keep you on longer than you planned. This isn't because you're bad, and it's not because we don't trust you. It's because our job is to help you build healthy habits. We're going to set limits around time, spending, age ratings, and online safety. We'll explain the rules, give you warning before your time ends, and review them as you get older.
That is a completely different message from
I'm sick of you being on this thing, I'm locking it.
same setting, totally different reaction. So remember, your child's anger does not mean parental controls are wrong. It means parental controls need a conversation before they're set up. Because the goal is not to control your child forever. The goal is to help them build self-control. And parental controls are not there to replace parenting, they're there to support it. They help with things kids are still learning, like time management, impulse control, online safety, spending limits, age-appropriate content, and yes, sometimes getting them off Minecraft before bedtime without World War III starting in the living room. If you're a parent and you want to set up parental controls, but you have no idea where to start, I've made a step-by-step guide for the PlayStation, Xbox, and the Nintendo Switch. They show you exactly how to set up screen time limits, spending limits, age limits, and safety settings without needing to be techy. Check the link in the description. If this video helped you understand your child's reaction a little better, hit the like, subscribe, and send this to another parent who is currently being held hostage by Roblox, Fortnite, YouTube, or just 5 more minutes. Because 5 more minutes has somehow lasted since 2019. I'll see you in the next video.